The 505, one of the leading high-performance sailboats, and SAP, the world's leading provider of business software, have come together for the perfect showcase of global performance in the SAP 505 World Championship here in San Francisco, California. Hi, I'm Tucker Thompson, and welcome to day number one of this six-day test of 505 endurance. As one of the most competitive fields of 505 sailors ever assembled are here to decide the answer to one question: who will be the very best of them all worldwide? Conditions today, as almost 100 boats take to the water, are very typical for San Francisco. We've got cold, overcast skies, an incoming tide, and a building breeze that is forecast to be well over 20 knots. The St. Francis Yacht Club's expert race committee positioned the course on the Berkeley Circle on the eastern edge of San Francisco Bay. Unlike a conventional race, the 505s use a gate start, with the entire fleet ducking behind the Rabbit boat, Germany's Kristen Kellner, on port tack. As race one began, the breeze had already topped 20 knots, pushing the limits of these agile planing dinghies. On the first leg, the wind and current favors the right side of the track, where Kellner emerges as the early leader approaching Mark 1. Former world champion Howie Hamlin moves into second over Peter Campbell when his crew loses his footing and almost falls right off the boat. As the rest of the fleet converges on the windward mark, some struggle just to keep from hitting it, while others keep the pedal down to the floor. Part of the challenge of the 505 is maintaining a delicate balance between speed and control. Sailing downwind, teams struggle to keep from wiping out as the wind quickly builds to 25 knots. Many find it easier said than done, and broken gear can be disastrous. After completing the first lap on the course, the regatta's early favorites Mike Martin and Jeff Nelson have pulled into the lead as they prepare to set the spinnaker again for the fast-reaching legs. Also a favorite in this event, Mike Holt with Carl Smit in second display perfect spinnaker technique as they blast downwind. Meanwhile, Mike Martin and Jeff Nelson continue to maintain their advantage over the rest of the fleet. The last leg is a short reach to the finish as Martin and Nelson take race one, with Holt and Smit in second, and Sandy Higgins and Paul Marsh in third. The breeze is even stronger at the start of race two as Germany's Jens Findel and Johannes Tellen start the race as the Rabbit, with the whole fleet ducking their stern. As the breeze builds, those with the best upwind technique reap early rewards. Heading back downwind, Mike Holt and Carl Smit are back in front, with Mike Martin and Jeff Nelson hot on their heels. Fatigued crews now face wind that tops over 30 knots, with an outgoing tide that sends steep swells in their path. Both sailors and gear succumb to the increasingly challenging conditions. But the frontrunners maintain a fine balance of control, with Holt and Smit still in the lead over favorites Martin and Nelson, who've just ended their day with a broken mast. An unbelievable misfortune for the team who many thought would dominate this championship. On the final lap, it seems nothing can stop Holt and Smit. Behind them on the downwind leg, Nick Adamson and Steve Boudreau continue their chase just in case. Sailors know that to win a race, you first have to finish it, which for many is too much to ask, as masts, sails, and gear lose their battle in near survival conditions. With Martin and Nelson out of the game, their job is made easier as they take the gun at the finish. Adamson and Boudreau take second, with Nicholson and Casey in third. So with two races complete, Mike Holt and Carl Smit top the fleet, with Chris Nicholson and Casey Smit in second, while Mike Martin and Jeff Nelson sit in 41st after a broken mast.